Let me share my screen. Right. Okay. So guys, just a brief, okay, like what we can say, update. Mm, Let me explain. So what happened 1 month back? Okay, so my father was unwell. Okay, so what happened then? It became serious. Okay, he was into ICU for 12 days. Okay, then he was hospitalized for 20 days, approximately 20 days, 20 21 days. I used to go to hospital daily. Okay, I used to visit him morning and evening. So somehow don't know what happened. I got the infection. Okay, so since 15 days itself, okay, my health is not good. Even you see in the last week, okay, so completely like kind of breathlessness, breath issues and all there. So immediately I stopped the class in the last Sunday. So then I started taking medications and all. Now I'm not saying completely recovered, still having issues. Okay, but I cannot skip the classes, right? Why? Because these are weekend classes. If I skip it again, you'll get almost 10 days, 15 days break that I don't like. So you people don't want to lose the concentration. That's why, even though it's difficult for me to take the classes, still I'm taking the classes. Okay, this is the what we can say background. Okay, so I cannot talk much, and the classes also this week I don't take 7 to 9:30. I'll take morning 1 hour, evening 1 hour, tomorrow morning 1 hour, evening 1 hour. Okay, so I hope by next weekend I'll recover. Okay, then we can continue the sessions as usual. Okay, now I'll take 1 hour class, evening also I'll take 1 hour class. Please understand the situation. Okay, nothing to worry. I don't stop the classes. Okay, until I can support. I don't stop the classes. I don't want to stop the classes as well. Okay, so please understand the situation and support me. Okay, clear guys? Any issues?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So let me start the VM. So I'll talk slowly, okay? Please, in case if you're having any issue, you can just let me know. I'll repeat the sentence. And one more thing, guys, one more thing very important. Actually, I want to say this point. Uh, don't think Corona was gone. No, not at all. Okay, it's changing its structure, guys. It's even not detecting in RT-PCR also. Okay, please, 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 I'm requesting you all, please wear the masks. And this is the festival season. Okay, so long weekend, you will go to the shopping mall, cinemas and all. Okay, please use the mask, guys. It's very, 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 very important thing. Okay, so don't think Corona was gone. Seriously, almost my father lungs were 75% infected. 75%. Okay, so don't think that Corona was gone. No, not at all. Okay, still you can see some new virus. It was changed its structure. Okay, so again it is coming, guys. But please be aware of it and please take care of your health. Okay, so let me connect to the server remotely. So in the last class we discussed about the backups, right? So we discussed about the full backups, we discussed about the differential backups, we discussed about the transaction log backups, and copy only full backups, and tail log backups, right? So these are the main backups, guys. Regularly we'll use full differential and log backups. Okay, so in case if the database is corrupted and all, then we are going to take the tail log backup whenever crash situation comes. We use it to take the first immediate action is first we have to take the tail log backup in case if the database is corrupted. So how to know if the database is corrupted means you can check the status in the error log, guys. I'll show you how to open error log and all. I'll show you. So there in the error log of SQL Server, in case if the database is corrupted, the database won't be accessible. The database will go to the restoring state or recovery pending state generally. Okay. Still, I see still students are doing this mistake. So we have to open RDP in your local laptop, and then you have to give the server IP address and you have to connect to the server. Still yesterday one guy came to me, he is getting an error. Okay, so what he is doing, he directly logged into the server. There he is opening MSTSC, means from server to server he is connecting remotely. That's wrong. Okay, from laptop to server you have to connect remotely. So you have to open MSTSC in your local laptop. Okay, if you are opening MSTSC in your server, if you are trying to connect to the same server, then you will get access denied error. Okay, you cannot log in. Right. So let it open. So full backups generally will take the backup of the database, the whole database. Okay. So generally in the organization will take the full backups weekly. Depends upon the application, will take the full backups daily also. Differential backup, what is differential backup? So it will take the backup of all the changes since last full backup. So always we need a latest or a recent differential backup is enough. So whenever if anyone is asking how many differential backups we have to use to restore, so what should be your answer? Always one recent differential backup is enough. Okay, so for example, you are taking weekly full backups, okay, and daily differential backups at 10 p.m. daily at 10 p.m. and every 15 minutes you are taking log backup. So in case if the database is corrupted on Saturday morning 10 o'clock, okay, imagine Saturday morning 10 o'clock the database is corrupted, then what and all backups you have to use to restore? You have to use till last Sunday full backup. If you restore till last Sunday full backup, you will get the data till last Sunday full backup. Okay, till last Sunday you will get the data. How many days are pending? Sunday to Saturday data is missing. Where we can get that Sunday to Saturday data? Saturday morning 10 a.m. By that time differential backup is not ran. Differential backup will run at night 10 p.m. So which differential backup we have to use? Fridays. The recent one is Friday 10 p.m. differential backup we have to use. So after full backup restore, we have to restore Friday 10 p.m. differential backup. So till what day we'll get the data? Till Friday 10 p.m. we can recover the database using this differential backup. Still, how much data is missing? Friday night 10 p.m. to Saturday morning 10 a.m. Friday night 10 p.m. to Saturday morning 10 a.m. data is missing. For that, what we have to do? We have to take the help of the log backups. Friday night 10 p.m. to Saturday morning 10 a.m. How many log backups will be there? 12 hours. Per hour, 4 log backups. Every 15 minutes, 1 log backup, right? Per hour, 4 log backups. So 12 into 4, how many? 48 log backups you have to restore. Okay. And again, just an add-on point to this discussion, if the database is corrupted at Saturday morning 10 a.m., what is the first thing you have to do? You have to
Tail log
take the
backup.
Tail
tail
log
log
backup.
backup. Very good. Imagine if the database is corrupted at 10.6. Imagine if the database is corrupted at 10.6. So we'll use last Sunday full backup so that we'll get the data till last Sunday. Then we'll use Friday's differential backup. We'll get the data till Friday 10 p.m. We'll use Friday 10 p.m. to Saturday 10 a.m. We'll use that 12 hours log backups, which are 48. So one full, one differential, 48 log backups. Then this Saturday at 10:06, right, database is corrupted. That 6 minutes data we are missing, right? That 6 minutes data we can recover using your tail log backup. This is called point in time recovery. Point in time recovery means if the database is corrupted at 10:06, till what time you can recover the database is corrupted at 10:06. Imagine you can recover the database till 10:05 minutes 59 seconds. A second before its corruption you can get it. Okay, 5 minutes 59 seconds. This is called point in time recovery. How can we achieve point in time recovery? Using full backup, using differential backup, using log backup, and using tail log backup. Okay, so this is called point in time recovery. Clear, guys? Any issues, any doubts?
Sir, if the database is corrected, how to respond it to take the tail log back?
See, you have to use command. That's why we discussed in the last weekend. Tail log backup, generally it's not possible to take using GUI in case if the database is corrupted. So you have to use one query, backup log database name to disk is equal to, you have to give the path and then file name .trn with no underscore truncate command you have to give. Then the tail log backup will be generated. Okay. So how to know if the database is corrupted? Yes, please.
Translation log backup is from 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. right? 12 hours.
No. The database is corrupted at 10 a.m. I said. The differential
Okay.
backup is taking at 10 p.m. I said. So 10 p.m. to 10 p.m. How come 12 to 12?
Okay. Okay. 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. Then it's 12 hours, right?
Correct.
Then only 3 transaction, right? Every 4 hours we will take, right?
Why? Who said 3 transactional log backups?
Every 4 hours we will take now?
Not every 4 hours. So again, you joined late or what? Every 15 minutes will take the transaction log backups.
Okay.
I said every 15 minutes. I never used it every 4 hours. Okay. So
I
every
got
15
confused.
minutes, generally in the organization also will use every 15 minutes threshold only. So 4 hours log backups means lot of data will be there. Log backups will be like the size of log backup will be huge. Okay, every 15 minutes will take the log backup. That means every hour, how many log backups?
4.
4 log backups. Like that, 12 hours, 12 into 4.
4. Okay. I got it.
Clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine. So in case if the database is corrupted, first thing you can notice is here the database in the brackets, it will show you suspect state, like how you can see offline, how you can see restoring state. In the same way, beside the database name in the brackets, you can see suspect state, and this database color also will be changed to pink color. Okay, pink color, it will be changed to pink color. This icon color will be changed to pink color. That is one way. Sometimes the database state will be good. Okay, so it will be like a kind of our body. By looking will be good, don't know how many problems we have internally. Okay, so in the same way, database will be like online only, but internally it might be corrupted. How to find that one? In the SQL Server error logs you can see. Okay, under management, under SQL Server logs, this is very important, guys. Any issue in the SQL Server that you can see in the SQL Server error logs. Any issue in the SQL Server that you can see in the SQL Server error logs. How to open SQL Server error logs? Expand management. You can see SQL Server logs. Expand SQL Server logs. You can see the current error log. Current error log means the moment that I started this machine, this server, from that moment it will track. When I started this machine, just now I started this server at 7:12. You can see here, this is one way that when your SQL server is restarted. Clear, guys? So this is one way to find when your SQL server is restarted. How to find? If you open error log, it will show you the current error log generally will be created from the moment that you started or restarted. When this file is created, guys? When this file is created? When this file is created?
When you open that
What is the time and date?
Today is 7:12 a.m.
Today at 7:12 p.m. I started the server. Okay, so from that point till this point, now at almost 7:24. So 12 minutes data you can see like that. If this is available, if the server is up and running for a year, whole error log will be stored in the current error log. Means current error log will store the logs information. Logs means information, guys. Information, internal information about the server. Error log means errors also will be there. So in this current error log, you can see the logs and the errors also. Okay, so from this point till the server is up and running, it will track all the logs in this particular file. I want to see previous files. These are the previous error logs. Archives, archive 1, archive 2, archive 3, archive 4, archive 5, archive 6. Okay, so if you open this current error log, you can see here, in case if the database is corrupted, you can see in this error log, guys. See here, from the beginning you can see, okay, what happened when you start the server, what happened. It will detect the instance version, it will detect the time, it will detect the vendor, it will detect the licensing, it will detect the process, it will allocate some process, it will detect the machine, which machine it is, it will detect the authentication type, it will first it has to write each and everything, right? Then it will start the error log. See, this is the error log file. Okay, this is the error log file. Then you can see here, first it will start the master database. See here, master database is started. Registry startup parameters -d. You can see master.mdf, and if you see here, master.ldf also will be there. Okay, error log, and 3 files it will start: master.mdf, master.ldf, okay, and error log. These 3 files first it will start, then your SQL server will start. Okay, and you can see command line, and then slowly it will detect the what are these settings, collation settings, and then slowly other databases will come online. Okay, while coming online, it will perform some actions. Okay, it will perform health checks on the database automatically. In case of any health checks, any health problems are there, then in this error log it will start tracking. Okay, see here, for every action there is a session ID, guys. You can see here, SPI, please be muted, please be muted. Okay, so for every action it is doing, you can see some session IDs, session SPID 6, SPID 6, SPID 13. Okay, so that's why I said up to 30 up to 50 sessions. Okay, these are internal background sessions, you cannot kill it. Okay, so these are those sessions, guys. Okay, so like this you can see, this is how see here it is starting GPay database, it is starting batch 46 database, it is starting PhonePe database. While starting, it will run some background checks, it will run recovery checks and all. So in that recovery, if it is good, okay, then the database will come to online. If it is not good, if some issues are there internally, then the database won't come to online. You can see the database is pending recovery, something like that information you can see in these logs. And you can see here tempdb, I said like tempdb will be created, right? New tempdb will be created. See here it is clearing the tempdb. Okay, so like this you can starting up the tempdb. Once the database is cleared, then it will start the tempdb, guys. So in this way, every time whenever you restart the SQL server, this is the process. So this is how generally, okay, logs will be record each and every information, guys. Okay, so based on that you can check and you can take action accordingly. Clear? So this is how, if the database is corrupted, this is how generally you can find it. Right, guys. So now what we can do, cold backups we have already discussed. How to take the cold backups means you have to bring the database offline and you have to copy the files of the database, the physical files, master database, and whatever log files are there, those log files. Okay, master files, master database files, and any other data files are there, those data files, and then log files. You have to copy those files physically. Okay, so in the last class we discussed that as well. Okay, so I just copied the files on the desktop, batch 46. But if the database is online, you cannot copy. Okay, what you have to do, you have to bring the database offline, guys. Then only you can take the what is that, cold backups. Okay, cold backups. Can I bring the system databases offline? Anyone tried? You know how to bring the database offline? Anyone tried? No one tried. Ram, okay.
I guess no.
Command prompt, by using command prompt.
Oh, command prompt. So why we cannot do it from the management studio? Even management studio also support commands, right?
Yes.
So we can bring it. We can bring the system databases offline. 1 minute, please. Ram, you have to call me after this class. Okay. Okay, Ram. Okay.
Okay.
Done. Right. So these databases are like user databases you can bring online or offline, guys. Okay, but system databases you cannot keep it offline. Why? Because you can see here tasks, and generally you cannot see that option. You don't see, okay, offline option. For user databases you can see tasks, take offline, bring online. You can see system databases you cannot keep offline, guys. Okay, it won't work. Fine. So in case if anyone is asking in the interview, I want to take a cold backups on system databases. How to do that? How can we take the cold backups on system databases? Just guess it, guys. It's not a like logic, just very basic. In what case? Okay.
If server is offline.
Right, someone messaged, right, Anva. Okay, so if you shut down the SQL server, then you can take the system databases. Of course, system database will goes to offline. Then you can copy the files. Okay, so if you answered that question, please be muted. If you have any questions, ask me, Sanjay. Okay, fine. So in case if anyone is asking how to take cold backups on the system databases, what is your answer, guys? You have to shut down the SQL server and you can copy the files physically. But for resource database, okay, but for resource database, no need to shut down the SQL server. So can anyone help me where I can see the resource database data file and log file? Can anyone help me? Where I can see the resource
System
database?
files. C
Okay.
drive system
C
files.
drive, program files,
Program files.
Microsoft SQL Server, then after this,
Open that MS SQL.
okay, MS SQL. Next,
MS
of course, only one folder. Next, then
data.
Data. Okay. Where in the data folder?
Bin.
Binen folder. Okay, very good. Binen. Then you can go down. You can see here. Okay. Right. This is the interview question, guys, where we can see the resource database data files and log files. You have to tell the path. C program files are in the binen folder. You can simply tell binen folder. Then again you will ask where that binen folder and all. Then you have to explain the complete path. For this system database, you can take the cold backups at any time, guys. Okay. This is an exception for system database, MS SQL resource database. Other system databases you cannot do that. Okay, if you want you can see here. So let me go to the data folder. There you can see master and model, right? So let me copy this master model. So if you are trying to paste it on the desktop, you will get the error. Okay, the action can't be completed because the file is open in SQL Server. What is the solution for this? You have to bring the database offline. As it is a system database, you cannot bring the system database offline. So you have to shut down the SQL Server and then copy the files physically. Okay, guys. So on resource database, no other backups are possible. What backups are possible on resource database? Interview question. What backups are possible on resource database? What backups are possible on resource database? File backup. Okay, Anva, very good. File backup or cold backups. Okay, so you can say cold backups. Guys, Anva is from US. She is not attending the classes regularly. She is able to answer perfectly. You people are attending since beginning. What is the problem to you to answer? Right or wrong, I need answer, guys. I need participation. If you are not opening your mouth, you cannot open your mouth in the interview. 46 batches I have seen. Same problem. What is the problem? I am your friend. What is the problem to answer? At least if you can't open, you can type the answer in the chat, right? Please try to be interactive. That is the perfect way of learning the course. Otherwise, you'll think something and you cannot put concentration. Okay. So only cold backups are possible on the resource database. You cannot take full differential, what we can say, whatever backups types are there, you cannot take those backups, guys. Okay. So this is all about backups. I'll share one document related to the backups. There you can see other backups like split backups, mirror backups, file and file group backups. Of course, file and file group backups, how to take, we have already discussed. Okay, you have to simply select files and file groups. And partial differential backup. These backups we don't use it generally. One more interview questions. In case if anyone is coming to you and asking, hey, I need full backup. We have testing now. So I want a full backup of this batch 46 database. What backup you will take?
Can you repeat once?
Someone in the middle of the week one customer raised an incident, raised a ticket that I need full backup on this ticket, on this database. So what backup you will take?
Copy only full backup.
Full backup.
Copy only full backup.
Copy only full backup. Okay, so if there is a chance that you have to take the backup in the middle of the week, okay, full backup I'm saying, if you are taking ad hoc means at that time. If you are taking ad hoc backups, or if anyone asked you to take the full backup on any database, don't take full backup, take copy only full backup always. Manually, if you have to take the full backup means always you have to take copy only full backup. Don't take a full backup. So you know the impact, right? So it will create a lot of problems. So better don't take full backup, use copy only full backup. I hope you know how to take copy only full backup. Command is full backup command only. You have to add with copy only at the end of the command. If you want to go to GUI, right click database properties, not properties, tasks, backups, and then you have to choose, okay, tasks, where is that backup, you have to choose this copy only. Full you have to select, of course, then you have to select copy only full backup, guys. Okay, so this is how generally you can take the copy only full backup. Fine. And these are all the things that we have to discuss about the backups. Okay, other backups that you can, we don't use other 5 backups. Okay, we'll never use that one. If you want to learn, I'll share the document. In that document it will be explained clearly how to take split backups and all, what is the use of split and mirror backups will never use, partial differential backup will never use, guys. Okay, so only split backup sometimes we'll use, depends upon the organization. So after that, yes please.
Backup, striped backup.
That's what split or striped both are same. Split or striped both are same. Okay, right. So let's discuss about the restoring a database, how to restore the database. Before that, we have to discuss about the recovery models. So what is this recovery model? Listen carefully, guys. We have 2 recovery models, recovery states. Don't confuse, okay? Recovery models, recovery states. So let's discuss about the recovery models. We'll complete the recovery models now. We'll discuss how to restore a database in the evening class. So recovery model, okay? Recovery means how we are going to recover the database. We have 3 recovery models in the SQL Server. One is full recovery model. Second one is bulk logged recovery model. Third one is simple recovery model. Full, bulk logged and simple recovery model. So what these recovery models will do? Earlier in the beginning of the sessions, we discussed about the internals of the data files and log files. I told you log file is the entry of the database. Each and every transaction, first it will goes to the log file. There depends upon the committed and uncommitted state. There are 2 states for a single transaction. Either it should be committed or it should be uncommitted. If it is committed, the transaction will directly goes to the data file. If it is uncommitted, it will remains there in the log file only until you commit the transaction. So I told you, like, log file, what is the use of the log file? In case of any crash situations, in case of any incidents, in case of any kind of accidents, it has to redo and undo the transactions, right? It has to cancel and it has to reapply the transactions. For that purpose, generally we'll use log file. So to redo, I told you, I gave you an example. If you're inserting 1 lakh transactions, after 99,000 transactions, suddenly someone restarted the SQL server, what will happen? Once SQL Server is restarted, once SQL Server is back, I told you, right, the database will do some health checks while coming online. So in the health checks, it will check already out of 1,99,000 transactions are okay, applied, you can say is applied, but not yet committed. So what it will do, it will roll back all the 99,000 transactions. Then again it will start applying all the 1 lakh transactions from the beginning. So that is called redo and undo, guys. This is a mechanism for any database software like SQL Server or Oracle, any database software. This is the mechanism, guys. This is how they can achieve the acid properties: atomicity, consistency, isolation, durability. This is how they can achieve the acid properties. So it has to redo the transactions. Redo means reapplying. Redo means undo means cancelling. If it has to reapply the transaction again, it has to know, right, in which database I have to reapply, in which table I have to reapply. It has to know, right? So whenever you are inserting one transaction, it will store 108 properties of the transaction, guys. 108 properties for each transaction. If you are insert into phone pay transactions, this is a table name, values 1 comma, okay, you are inserting this record wedges, okay, comma, the bill is 300 rupees. Okay, so if you are inserting only this transaction, this is a command. Along with this, log file will track on which database it is going to insert, on which table it is going to insert, at what time it is inserting, at what date and timestamp it is performing this activity. Like this 108 properties it will store. Why? To reuse. In case if something goes wrong, it has to know, right, and on which database, on which table again I have to reinsert this transaction. So that's why it will store 108 properties of each transaction when the database is in full recovery model. These recovery models are kind of a state of the database, guys. Imagine we have a ceiling fan, right? So for example, AC is there. So AC, we have a lot of modes in the AC. Turbine mode will be there and swing mode will be there. So different modes. If you turn on swing mode, AC, like the swing will be on, you can see the swing and all. In the same way, we have different modes, right? For the database also we have different modes. One is full recovery mode or model. So in this model, log file will keep tracking each and everything that we discussed. Okay, recovery model, definition of recovery model means changing the behavior of the log file, guys. Changing the behavior of the log file means if you keep the database in full recovery model, the log file will behave differently. If you keep the database in bulk log recovery model, the log file will behave differently. If you keep the database in simple recovery model, the log file will behave differently. How it will behave means if you keep the database in full recovery model, the log file will keep tracking each and every transactions completely. So one transaction will track 108 properties of that particular transaction, when it came, what time it came, on what database it was executed, on what table it was executed, what is the LSN number of this transaction, before LSN, next LSN, current LSN. Like this, it will store lot of information. So that's why if the database is in full recovery model, the log file growth will be huge. It will be like huge. Why? Because it is storing 108 properties of this transaction. Like that, if you are inserting 1 lakh transactions, 1 lakh into 108 properties, how many properties it is storing? So if the database is in full recovery model, the log file growth will be huge, guys. Okay, but it is very useful. Why? Because of this behavior only, you can recover the data if something goes wrong. Got the point? So that's why full recovery, most of the databases will be in full recovery model only. Sir, how to check, where to see this full recovery model? Go to database properties. Okay, any database property you can see. Go to options. There you can see the recovery model here. See full. And if you expand, you can see bulk logged, simple. Can we change the recovery model? Yes, we can change it to bulk logged. Yes, we can change it to simple. What if I change it to bulk logged? What if I change it to simple? We'll discuss. Okay, so generally 90% is all the databases will be in full recovery model. Why? Because it has to track each and every transaction information completely. It has to reuse the same information whenever situation comes. In full recovery model, all the backups are possible. Okay, whatever full backup, differential backup, log backup, copy only full backup, tail log backup, all the backups are possible in the full recovery model. So point in time recovery is possible. I told you, right? Point in time recovery means what? Applying all the backups is called point in time recovery. Okay, so in which recovery model all the backups are possible? In that recovery model only point in time recovery is possible, guys. In full recovery model, all the backups are possible. So with all the backups only we can achieve point in time recovery. So point in time recovery is possible in full recovery model. This is the interview question, guys. That's why I'm stressing. Compulsory interview question. If he is asking questions from backups, this is the, I told you, right? One is backup strategy, and they will give you, these are pakka questions. First they will ask you your backup strategy. Second question is, you will give one scenario. I'm taking weekly full backup, daily differential backup, every 15 minutes log backup. My database is corrupted on so and so date at so and so time. What backups you will use to restore? That is second pakka question. Third question is recovery models. How many recovery models are there? What are the differences between the pakka? These three questions are pakka. Okay, right. So this is all about full recovery model. What is bulk logged recovery model? Bulk. I hope you know meaning of bulk. So it will same as the full recovery model. It will same as the full recovery model in normal situations. Okay, what is meant by normal situation? If there are no bulk operations, if there are no bulk operations, bulk inserts I can say. That means, for example, you are inserting bulk inserts. 10 lakh transactions you want to insert at a time, or 10 million transactions. Okay, 10 million transactions you want to insert. Those are bulk, right? Bulk means, you know, right? Huge transactions. So if you are inserting 10 million transactions, means 1 crore transactions. For 1 crore transactions, it has to track all 108 properties. 1 crore into 108, 108 values it has to store in the log file. How you can imagine the growth of the log file? 108 crores of values it has to track in the log file, means the log file will drastically, it will grow immediately. So the disk space will be full, no empty space will be there, so log file cannot grow, so your database will be offline. So for that, Microsoft introduced this recovery model. If you feel that you are going to insert bulk inserts, then use this bulk recovery model, bulk logged recovery model. What happened if I use this bulk logged recovery model? Then it don't track all the 108 properties. Okay, all the bulk operations are minimally logged. What is this minimally logged means? Only basic information about that batch will be stored. Only basic information of that particular transactions batch will be stored. So the log file growth will be in control. If you keep it in one full recovery model, if you are inserting 1 million transactions, definitely log file will be full within fraction of minutes, and you don't get a free space in the drive, so database will goes to offline. Instead of that, Before inserting bulk inserts, change the recovery model to bulk logged recovery model. So it don't track 108 properties, it will track basic properties. That is called minimally logged. Minimum information is stored about that batch. Can I achieve a redo and undo with minimum information, guys? Is it possible? Can I achieve redo and undo with bulk operations? Is it possible or not? Tell me. Not possible. Why? Because when it is possible, if it is storing all 108 properties, then only it is possible. Right? Now, due to bulk inserts, it cannot store 108 properties. It will store only batch. Okay, this batch is having 1 lakh transactions. On what database, what table. That kind of information, very basic information it will store. That won't help to reapply the transactions again. So that's why redo and undo is not possible if any bulk inserts operations are there. Okay, so as it is not going to store the complete information about the transactions in the log file, log backups also not possible. But there is a condition. What is the condition? Bulk logged recovery model is same as full recovery model when during normal situations, during normal transactions. Okay, so during normal situations, same as full recovery model means log backups are possible, right? And then the full recovery model log backups are possible, right? Right or not? In the full recovery
Yes.
model, log backups are possible. True?
Yes.
Yeah. So in the same way, if there are no bulk operations, if there are no bulk operations, log backups are possible. This is the interview question. Log backups are possible or not in the bulk log recovery model? The answer is yes and no. Okay, yes and no. When it is yes, if there are no bulk operations, log backups are possible. If there are bulk operations, log backups are not possible. The same question he will ask in this way: point in time recovery is possible or not possible? PITR. Tell me, guys, point in time recovery is possible or not possible in the bulk log recovery model? How can we achieve
If
point
there
in
is
time
no
recovery?
bulk operations, it will be possible.
Yes, very good. Okay, so the answer is yes and no. Okay, if no bulk operations, it will work as a full recovery model, right? Then point in time recovery is possible. If bulk operations are there, it won't store the complete information, right? Point in time recovery is not possible. Any questions here, please? Any questions in this space?
Shanmukh Sudhakar here.
Yes, please.
How do you know that? Usually any transaction, right? This is might be a blind kind of understanding. Bear with me. So in any transaction, right, will be a kind of mixture, right? Say for example, you will be loading some bulk inserts from your
Yes,
terminal. Probably
very
I'll
good
be
question.
doing only doing the minimal operations. So both the criteria is applicable in this scenario, right? So then how this kind of model will be used for both point in time recovery as well as non point in time recovery?
Yes, yes, very good question. Here, developers also should have knowledge on this. Of course, they will have knowledge. If, of course, who will perform bulk operations and all, developers will perform, right? Right. So, in such situations, right? So, what they are going to do, they will request DBA team to change their recovery model. Then we'll change the recovery model. See guys, until then it will track each and everything. If the database is in full recovery model, of course it will track each and everything as discussed. But if developers feel that they are doing some inserts, bulk inserts, okay, then they will request please change the recovery model until this time to this time we are doing some operations. Then they will bulk inserts, then they will request through the ticketing tool, we'll change the recovery model, guys. So in this way we are going to manage the things. Okay, Sudhakar, clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions, please? Any other questions?
If we if users or developers have requested us to change the model to bulk log mode,
Okay.
do we need to kickstart any backup by the time just to ensure the point in time or something?
That's of course. See, whenever you are changing the recovery model, I'm going to tell you this point. Okay, to affect the new recovery model, you should take the full backup.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to cover that point at the end.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Who is this insert bulk then take log backup? Log backup will be failed. I did not get your question, Anva. See, it's not like log backups will be failed. Okay, don't take the log backup generally. Okay, don't take the log backups. Right. Okay. Fine. So next is simple recovery model. Simple recovery model is exactly here we just touched partially, right? In simple recovery model completely. So what happened here in simple recovery model also, please be muted if you don't have questions. In simple recovery model also it will work as full recovery model only. But what is the difference? In full recovery model, log file won't be truncated automatically. Truncate means what? You should know the difference between these
Delete
three.
permanently.
Yes. Delete, drop, truncate. You should know the difference between these three. Okay. So yeah. Delete, drop, truncate. Delete means it will delete. Imagine I have 10 records. Okay. Excel. Okay, so let me insert some records. Suresh, okay, from Hyderabad. Second one, Ramesh, Bangalore. Third record, let's go with our students. Okay, Akshay, Anva, Giriza, Isha. Akshay, Anva, Giriza, Isha. Kachani, Madhavi, Muzakir, Naveen. Right. Imagine this is one table, guys. Small table, just a small table. So generally, okay, so I'll tell you on this table there are other objects also like indexes and all. Okay, indexes will be created to search the data quickly in the tables. Okay, so indexes also will be there on this table, different objects will be there. So imagine if you are using delete command. So delete, what it will do, delete generally will delete record by record. First it will delete one record, then it will go to second record, then it will go to third record, fourth record, fifth record, like that it will delete record by record. It will log each transaction in the log file. Delete also one transaction only, delete from student name where student ID is equal to 1. So like that, or else it will delete record by record, right? Each delete transaction it will log inside the log file. So delete, okay, we can roll back. Why? Because delete will record each and every information. While deleting, it will prepare a query and it will run that query and it will delete that record. In the same way, it will go to the next query, it will go to the next record, it will prepare that query and it will. So each transaction will be rollbacked. It will be stored inside the log file. Generally, delete will delete each and every record by record it will delete. Okay, but table remains same. Imagine this is student table. Student table will be there, but if you delete all the records, okay, records will be deleted, but table structure will remain same. The columns will be there, okay, table will be there, table objects will be there like indexes and all. I'll explain about indexes, nothing to worry. So delete simply will record by record, guys. Simply delete all the records, record by record. The table will be existed. Okay, truncate, what truncate will do? It will delete all the records at a time, means it will deallocate the pages of this student table. Whatever, of course, I told you right in the beginning, whenever you create any table, at the end of the day, the table will be created on where it will be created?
Database.
Pages. Okay, so whenever you create any table, at the end of the day, it will sit on a page. If one page is not sufficient, it will use another page. Like that, it will keep increasing the pages. Means it will keep increasing the extents. Extents will be there in the files. So file will keep increasing. Okay, so truncate, what it will do? Whatever, imagine this table is sits on 10 pages. Truncate will simply deallocate all the 10 pages, guys. Means it will delete all the records at a time. It will delete the whole table at a time. So truncate you cannot roll back. Delete, it will delete record by record, guys. It will store all the transactions in the log file, but whereas truncate will deallocate the data pages of the table. So truncate you cannot roll back. Okay, right. So what drop will do? Drop will delete the table structure as well. Drop will delete the table and table structure. If table structure is deleted, of course all the associate objects like constraints, statistics, indexes will all these objects also will be deleted. If you use drop table name, the command is drop table name. So table also will be dropped. Whatever associated objects are there for this table like indexes, constraints, and what we can say statistics, all these objects also will be deleted with the drop, guys. This is an interview question, the difference between delete, truncate and drop. Okay, so drop means again the whole table and table structure will be deleted. Delete means the records will be deleted but not the table structure remains same, guys, right? So in this simple recovery model, so it will work as a full recovery model only, but in full recovery model, log file won't be truncated automatically. Log file won't be truncated. Generally, how log file will work? If the transactions are committed transactions will be truncated, right? What is the use? Once the data is permanently moved to the disk, why I have to store the same transaction in the log file? So it will truncate from the log file so that it will recreate the space in the log file to welcome upcoming transactions. So in the full recovery model, log file won't be truncated automatically. This process won't be done automatically. But whereas in simple recovery model, log file will be truncated automatically and regularly. So if log file is truncated regularly, okay, what will be there in the log? Nothing will be there, right? So if nothing is there in the log backups are not possible. Not at all possible. In the full recovery model, log backups are possible. In the bulk log recovery model, yes, possible if there are no bulk operations. No, not possible if there are bulk operations. In the simple recovery model, log backups are not at all possible. If log backups are not at all possible, can I achieve point in time recovery?
No.
Not possible. So point in time recovery is not at all possible in the simple recovery model, guys. when this log file will be truncated every 1 minute. When checkpoint runs, the log file will be truncated. When this checkpoint runs, there are two types of checkpoint: automatic checkpoint, manual checkpoint. So automatic checkpoint will run for every 1 minute, so every 60 seconds automatic checkpoint will run. So every 60 seconds log file will be truncated in the simple recovery model. So every 1 minute log file is truncating means, so how can we take the log backups? We cannot take the log backups. If we cannot take the log backups, point in time recovery is not at all possible in the simple recovery model, guys. Can we change the recovery models at any time? Yes, we can change the
Yes.
recovery models at any time. But how can? It's not our decision. Customers will request us. Based on their request, we have to change the recovery model. What we have to do after changing the recovery model? You have to immediately take the full backup. Then only the new recovery model will be applied. After changing the full backup, after changing the recovery model, you have to take the full backup immediately. Otherwise, the new recovery model won't apply. So now imagine you changed the full database is in full recovery model. You changed it to bulk log recovery model. Full recovery model, right? You changed it to bulk log recovery model at 9 o'clock. Imagine 9 a.m. you changed. You forgot to take the full backup. At 12 o'clock, now you just recollected, oh, I forgot to take the full backup, right? So 9 to 12, you changed the recovery model at 9 o'clock, right? You took the full backup at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock, the new recovery model will be applied. Bulk log recovery model will be applied. Till that point of time, 9 to 12, the database will be in interview question. What is this recovery model? Pseudo simple recovery model. What it means? Pseudo simple recovery model means whenever you change the recovery model from one model to any model, full to bulk logged to simple to bulk logged, simple to full, any recovery model to any recovery model, you have to take the full backup. Until you took the full backup, the database will be in pseudo simple recovery model. Means what? Even though you changed the recovery model from full to bulk logged, if you don't take the full backup, it will still feel it is in full recovery model only. That phenomena is called pseudo simple recovery model, guys. Clear? This is an interview question. So whenever you change the recovery model, you have to take the full backup. Until you change the recovery model, until you take the full backup, it will be in pseudo simple recovery model. What it means, even though you changed the recovery model, it will still feel that it is in old recovery model only. Okay, so this is all about your recovery models, guys. You should know these recovery models, how to change it. I'll show you. We have a query also, we have GUI also. Right click tasks, go to properties, go to options and then change it to bulk logged and click OK. If you want to generate a query, script it out. Okay, let me click OK. So query is alter. You are doing altering, right? Database name, set recovery bulk logged with no wait not required. This is the default parameter. Even though you run this, okay, it will be changed. If you want to change it to full, can anyone tell me the query? What is the query to change the recovery model from full to simple?
Alter database name, set recovery full.
To full. Simple means too simple. Too simple. That's it. Okay,
Sir?
I can remove this. Yes, please.
What is the situation we want to put the database in simple recovery model?
We don't generally put it in case if they are if users are performing a lot of transactions, heavy inserts are there, then users will ask to put the database in simple recovery model. But generally in the production environment, we need all the data, right? So generally in production environment, most 99% is your databases will be in full recovery model only. In non-prod, to control the growth of the log file, people might ask you, non-prod, right? So no problem. So people might ask you to change the recovery model to simple. Okay. Yes, guys. So your assignment will be, I prepare a table. Okay. So for system databases, master which recovery model. Okay. Model which recovery model. What is that? MSDB which recovery model, TempDB which recovery model, and try to change the recovery models of system databases. Let me know, guys. So your answer should be like this. Okay, let me delete all these things. Database. Okay. Yeah, master here, master recovery model. Okay. Model, what is the recovery model? Here you have to type, and what is that? MSDB, TempDB, resource DB. Okay, now after this, try to change master, try to change it to another recovery model. Okay, master, if it is in full, change it to bulk logged. Check whether it is changing or not. If it is changing, right here, okay, full, bulk logged, simple. If you are able to change the recovery model of master, okay, generally it will be in, imagine, generally it will be in simple recovery model only. If you are able to change it to full, okay, yes, just mention y means yes. If you cannot change it, change the recovery model, mention it as no. This is the assignment for the evening session. Okay, once you complete it, you can send me the screenshot in the WhatsApp, guys. That's it for now. Okay, so again, those who joined late, guys, I'm unwell since 10 days. Okay, I cannot swallow the things and all, having some breath issues. Okay, so for this week, I am going to take only 1 hour class in the morning, 1 hour class in the evening. Okay, so next week, of course, once I recovered, I'll take as usual, schedule is same as it is. Okay, so that's it for now. We'll connect in the evening at 6 p.m. 6 to 7 p.m. we'll connect and we'll discuss the restores, guys. Any questions, let me know, or we are good to disconnect. Okay. Anva, I'll share the softwares. Okay.
Sir,
Yes, please.
can you tell me the main difference about this full recovery and the bulk recovery and simple recovery?
What
Sim-
are the, see, since who is this?
I'm Sandhya, sir.
Sanja, since 7 o'clock to 8:15, we discussed main differences only.
Yes, sir, but I'm in a little
Do one
confused
thing,
as
do
I'm,
one thing. This session will be recorded, okay? And I'll upload this session. Watch it. Where is the problem? Let me know. I cannot explain again, Sanja. 1 hour I took to explain. Okay, if
and
you
I mean,
ask me
I'm
to
asking simple difference.
simple difference,
how
see,
to,
simple difference means in the full recovery model, all the transactions will be logged, okay,
yes,
and log file won't be truncated automatically, and all the backups are possible. See here, all these points we discussed one by one, one by one. Simple differences means these are simple differences only.
okay.
Okay, simply recovery model means changing the behavior of the log file. First thing, if the database is in full recovery model, the log file will keep recording each and everything. So all the backups are possible. Whereas in the bulk logged recovery model, okay, if bulk inserts are there, it will just record minimally. The transactions will be minimally logged. So it don't record completely. Okay, and in the simple recovery model, it will record completely, but the log file will be truncated automatically for every 1 minute. So log backups are not possible.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Yes, automatic, indirect, manual. Yes, Anva, that is correct. Okay, at this moment we haven't discussed that one. We'll discuss it later. Okay. Yeah. Fine, guys. Okay, we'll connect in the evening at 6 p.m. and then we'll discuss restores, how to restore a database. Huh? Thank you so much. Take care.